Hi everyone, don't we have a beautiful clear desk? Not really, it's covered in scraps of paper. This is Sue's Journal Adventures, and we have Oscar Butt here, Oscar's Butt. We have Mr. Paper Grabber, his new name is, because he loves stealing bits of paper from Mummy. So, I have been making a vintage journal with all vintage stuff. Is it finished 100%? No, it doesn't have a cover. It currently doesn't have a cover. But I thought, because I'm stuck on the cover, you might just want to see it, because I've been making it for a while and you're going to see her in her unfinished state. And then when eventually, in the far and distant future, I finish her, I will show you her finished completely. But at the moment, I've started on another journal because it's an idea, and all my days I'm so into it. It's incredible. So this is the beautiful vintage journal, and trust me, she is beautiful, but she doesn't have a cover. So I thought I'd just show you her anyway on my in screen. I'm just gonna ditch the dressing gown that was keeping me warm, because now I'm too warm. So let me get that orientated right. Put your glasses on, Sue. That may help. So Oscar's here. So I'm sorry if you see a paw grabbing every now and then. So what I intend to do is these pianola rolls. This one has a string on it. So I obviously haven't even finished off this bit. I'm going to put a little circle on the back and I'm going to wrap it round. So you would unwrap your signature to open it, and the same with this. This doesn't have the bit of string, but I can easily put something in there. So are we ready? Are we in camera? Yes. Right, so we have old genuine pianola roll, old genuine doilies, vintage. 19% in here is vintage. There is bits of ephemera that are not vintage, and there are papers that are not vintage. Not many, to be fair. But here we go. All this tape on here is actually genuine, but I added some faux tape just to stick on the paper to make it look nice. So this is just a little poem here on the front page, and we have a tulle ruffle with some, what do you call that? Like Hessian burlap stuff. I'm not going to waffle too much, I think, I hope. And then on the first page, we've got half a doily, a vintage doily, with a tulle bow that has sparkly bits on it. And we've a pocket down here, which I do believe we made on camera, with just an old vintage postcard in there. So yeah, we did do that on camera. This is genuine ledger from 1927. I don't know if you can see that. I shall lift it up for you to view. I love this. I really love this. It's such a beautiful caramel colour. We have lace trim. And I haven't done anything to the ledger pages because I just think they're too beautiful. They are too beautiful to tear up. They're too beautiful to stick things on. So I've left them just as they are. So this page is vintage lace. This is one of my little resin charm things that I made. This is just a little tab that I made. It's got a bit of tulle on the top. This is an old, quite an old, you know when you used to get your packets when you took your films for developing, film reels, and you got your negatives? Well, that's in there. So in there is some genuine, knew they won't all come out, genuine black and white photos there, and you can actually see the photos. There's a little guy there and his granddad maybe, and I don't know, somebody on a bike. But yeah, genuine thingies. This is a genuine vintage letter from 1953, sorry, and the letter is in it, and it's from a man who is in the he's in the RAF, and he's writing to his wife, who is obviously a nurse. Nurse's home number 2, the city hospital. So all genuine, you can read that at your leisure. And this was ripped, so I decided not to stick it back down again. And all the newspapers that I've used for backing pages is from this December the 19th, 1882. 1882. It is an old newspaper. I was trying to pick that up. Why won't it pick up? There you go. You can see it is 1882. So the next page is a belly band, and that's the other side of the tab. I just stuck some lace on and a button. And in here we have another gorgeous vintage letter. Look at that. I love it. It doesn't, unfortunately, have a date on it. So, yeah, but it is very old, as you can see. So that pops in there. We've got some stenciling on the background papers. That's a tag made with the 1882 newspaper and just some stenciling and what have you, vintage lace and stuff. And then there's just a little pocket there with a few stamps in and a teeny cluster. This page is just pretty. I just stuck a cluster on there. Didn't really want to do out to that because it's just nice. I'm a bit off, aren't I? A little bit off. There we go. That is just stamped, obviously, for writing. Oops, my pocket's flapped out. This one here, I put quite a few of these pages in and then I decided to take them out. But this one has got a little pocket on with some lace, not vintage. And it's just got a little... This is coffee and rust dyed paper, stock take paper, and then there's a little another one of them poem things there, just tucked in, and then a photo of a little boy, not real vintage. So, like I said, 90 odd% of it. This is a genuine old photo thing when you used to get your school photo or what in a flap. So decided to make it into a flap. That's genuine document, 1927. Old book page. Don't know the age of the book, forgot to look. This is a genuine label off the end of a pianola roll box. And it's falling to bits a bit, so I did use some faux tape to stick it together. I can move over, can't I? Why am I right over there? I don't know. Let me take that one out from underneath, because that's a bit annoying. There we go. That's flatter. Flatter and better. Yay. So then we've got this page again with the 1882 newspaper. Just a nice corner cluster. And then in here, the pocket at the bottom, we have an old envelope, which I decided to take the back off and then fold it in half and make it into a pocket because it was a long one and I couldn't fit it in, but I just liked the paper that it was made of. It was kind of, if I can get into it without ripping it, it's kind of a bit like, I don't know, where it's like glassine, tracing paper, I don't know. But I just added some lace and a little flower on the front. Genuine letter again from, oh, somebody else in the RAF. 1943, that one there. So that's in there with its genuine envelope and genuine stamps. I don't know the date on the envelope, actually. I don't know. Oh, it was 1957 because the back of the envelope had 2 date stamps on it. Yeah, 1957, I think. That is an old photo of one of my mum's friends, Audrey. To Kath from Audrey. So that's my mum's photo, my mum's friend. And that's just a little tag that I made. Again, with the 1882 newspaper. It's in the background of a lot of things. Then we've got this one, which is tissue paper, lace, and then we've got, this is an altered envelope, and we've got a bit of doily, a little charm, a bit more doily, and then we've got a big tag inside, just decorative, nothing vintage on there. The envelope itself, however, is made from all vintage book pages and music pages. This one is just a bit of broderie anglaise, had coffee dyed. but I hadn't fully coffee dyed it for some reason, and it's kind of got white on the edge, but I just stuck the bows on and thought it looked pretty on this page. This paper's really unusual. I think that's from the 1800s as well, but I'm not sure. This is an envelope that I've made, just added some lace and I added the stamp. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, it's because it's stamped over. I thought I'd done that, but I'm like, no, I don't have a stamp like that. And in here, we've lined it with the, was this a paper or was this a book page? I can't remember. Irrelevant, it's old. And then in here, we've got a photo from, I don't really know where, but it's the old trams. Look at that car. Tell you what, I drive that car at the minute. It's horrible being carless. And another old letter. This is from, I can't tell if that says 1901 or 1900 because there's like a little thing goes round. So I don't, sorry, that's gone out of focus. Can you see that little flick going round? I don't know if it's 1900, but that's another old letter in the little envelope. And that sits in there. And we've got some lace trim. Just a bit of stenciling on there. This is a little pocket with just a little tag that is made from a 1925 advert in a children. It's a magazine that goes to teachers, but about children, and there's stuff in it for children. So that's from that 1925. That is from the same magazine. And then obviously die cuts and lace and pearls are all just, you know, from my stash. This paper is also from my stash. That, shall I show you that? I don't know if I'm a bit embarrassed to show you that. That is one of my flower drawings, and I just tore it and stuck a bow on it. So, and I've signed it. I don't know why I've signed it, but this page, if you can see from there, is a 1939 letter. Queen Street. That's the same as that other one. Oh, we're going to Queen Street. Anyway, never mind. So I've just collaged on the back with bits and bats. Put a pocket, flower pocket on with a picture. I don't know where that is from. No idea. So that's in there. Then we've got this one that's got us lace, and in here in this pocket, if I can get hold of it, we have, oh crikey, they just don't want to come out together, do they? That's just a tag I made, but it's using old stamps, genuine old stamps, and this is from 1905, and again it's like another, I don't know if they're reminding people they owe some money or something. There's a few of them actually throughout. So then on the back of there, we just have a cluster corner pocket, really, really, really old music book. That's from the back of the music book with all the words to the songs. So this, oh, I don't know the date of this. I keep thinking I need to look. I've got some other papers that belong with this. I forgot to look at the date, but look at the colour of it. It's old. It's very old. I just can't remember the date. I meant to look as well before I did the video, but this is half a postcard because I used the other half somewhere else. Bit torn, and it's from 1949, I think. This is a receipt. No idea where that's from or what it is. But there you go, it's a little receipt. This is another one of those documents, but it's typed. It's a typed thingy. Oopsie, what have I done there? Oh, there's a bit I haven't finished. Oh, I'm showing it. Well, it's an unfinished journal, isn't it? So here we've got a pocket. I just added this paper because I thought it were pretty and vintage-ish. Lace top and bottom, as you can see. I don't know why we state the obvious on these videos. He's got a bit, yeah, anyway, shush. So this is from 1916, and it's a little ledger book that I've got, a mini ledger book. I've got two actually mini ledger books, and that's from one of them. So that's genuine ledger from 1916, And then we've got a photo from a place I have no chance of saying. I'm not even going to try. It looks Swedenish to me. Pretty. And then we've got this lady. Modern Beauties. This is an old cigarette card collecting pictures of beautiful women. And then in here we have another piece of the genuine ledger, clear on the back, written on the front, and it's from 1888. So yeah, a lot of working out on there. So that is in that pocket, which is at the edge of the page. I'm surprised Oscar hasn't interfered yet. This is an advertisement for an amateur performance. So that's that. You can see it. That's the middle page, and I kept thinking, shall I put something on it? Shall I put something on it? But I just thought, no, you can't cover it up. So there it is. This is here for, I think I was going to put that down the edge of there. Oh, it's seen the lace. Whoa, don't touch. So this is an old knitting book, which you can see is very caramelised. Lace top and bottom. And then I've just got a pocket here with a little tag that I made with a doily and some bits of fluff. And then in here, we've just got a little cluster of stuff. I don't even know what it is. Oh, this is from a 1955 collection booklet thing where you collect the stamps for what, I don't know. That's a bit of bit of ledger paper. I don't know why I put that in. That's not genuine, and that is a very old envelope that literally crumbled to bits. It is actually glued on one of my pages, but they're the stamps that were on the envelope, so I just sort of pop them in there and it all clips together, if you can get it to clip together. There we go, and that goes in there with that. So as you can see, there's a lot of vintage stuff. I will stick that on the edge, so I will leave it in there. I thought I'd finished. Oh, I think there's a page at the back I hadn't done. Never mind. Bit of stamping on that, whatever it is. And that is from 1903. That whole document that's, you know, that I've stenciled on. So yeah, it's not even sewn together yet. This is real from, let me lift it up and then it's easy. Actually, it's easier for me to lift up without the pages sewn. 4th of May, 1893. Look at that beautiful writing. Isn't it gorgeous? So that's there. And then we have a, what's this? A letter from 1938. So another letter. And we've got this bookmark, which came with some vintage stuff, but I have no idea how old it is. Not a clue. And then we've got this lovely lady here. Best wishes for Christmas, 1945. Love. I don't know. Does that say Louis? Louise? Who knows? But that's her, I'm guessing. Well, it will be her. Oh, yeah, there's them there as well. So, no, I haven't finished that either because I was going to stick them up there, I think. And I don't know. So, yeah, it's definitely not finished. Just decorative. That's the other side of the letter from 1939. And on the back, I just put some doily and stamping. And you can still write on there. I thought I don't want to totally cover it because there's not a lot of writing space. Again, another one of those 1925 adverts on just a tag. And I was actually going to stick something on there. That's the other side of that cool paper. This is, I need to move this up. This is a pocket with a tag in it. Again, meant with old music pages. And all the papers on here are all old from vintage books. So that's an envelope with a pocket, which we did make on camera actually. And that flips down. and move it up a bit more. And there's a little belly band here. That is a genuine signature off of this letter from, God, I can't even see that, 1928. I had to bend down then, and my bum touched my chair and my chair went backwards. I'm like, whoa, you could have been on the floor then, Sue. This is just a little vellum pocket with nothing. It's just a little card and a ticket. Genuine ticket? I don't know. Is it? Probably not. I don't know. I think I got it with some vintage stuff, but I'm not sure. And that's just writing space. Then we're back down the journal. It's awful because it's all over the place. I'm sorry, I haven't even sewn it. This one, another corner cluster, another vintage music paper, all old vintage book pages collaged. And then in here we have a tag that again has got some of the vintage newspaper. I think that's from an old music book. Just all old bits really, not all old bits, but that's just got a little thing in the pocket. And in there we have got a really tiny old diary page. Diary page? Where's your brain, so it's a dictionary anyway. Yeah, somebody's diary is really interesting. And then on here we've got one of my movable tabs. You can take that off and stick it wherever you want, because you might want to mark your page if you are writing. Not as many paces to write. I need to put some writing paper in, don't I? Oh, I've got some really nice writing paper. Vintage. I just found it today. This is a little, like, mini CD wrap pocket. Oh, gosh, the brain's gone. Old paper, old stamp. In it, it keeps sealing itself as well. In it is another one of those pieces of paper. This one's from 1957, from the stamps booklet where you have to, I don't know, collect stamps, I guess. This is, what is this? Oh, it's a little note. How to sandpaper up and down the grain of wood. Use methylated spirits on cotton wool. And a bit of a, yeah, it's just an old note that came with some vintage stuff. So that goes in there. Oh, if I can get it back in. And that clips on there. You want to go out? You would, wouldn't you? Right, middle of my video. On here, that's the other side of the movable tab, is another letter. This is from 1893. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry. It's not a letter. It's the bottom of the lovely creamy coloured. It's not in this one, is it? Yeah, it's from one of them pages. So, but it's from 1893, because it's not going to be 1993, is it? Not that colour. So that's from there. This is an old music page. This is a pocket that Pauline sent me that she'd made. But I just put faux old tape down the edges. And I thought, oh, I shall stick that in my book with some stamping. And there's another bit of ledger in here. It's not got a lot of writing on it. But it is the old ledger. I think that's the 1927 one. I don't know. My brain's gone now. I'm completely fuzzed. So we haven't even had a signature one yet, are we? So then we've got, this is 1925 magazine page. And that's also a 1925 magazine advertising furniture. In there we've just got a little doily tag thing. None of which is vintage. This is 1889 ledger paper, little pocket on there with just a few bits in for you to play with, and a postcard from Chesterfield. I've been there and it still looks like that to this day, because it's, yeah, it's an old town. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry about that, just had to let the cat out. Back of there, we have got the belly band that we made on camera together. So this is a full belly band. but it's also a bit of a little slideshow. If you pull this at the top, you can see a picture there. If you pull it, you can see another picture and another and another. So it's like a little slideshow. Oops, it always wants to bend on that bit. Oh, do you know what? Pull it out and I'll put it back in later. I can't get it out. All right, we'll just stay there. Trust us to have a faux pas on the video. This is another one, 1923, mini ledger books. That's from that. I have no idea what these are. I've actually no idea. They feel like wine bottle labels, but obviously they're not. But it's in German. But the collectibles, obviously. But I don't know what they actually are. This is a photograph from Douglas in the Isle of Man. I don't know the date. And they just slot behind there. And that just slots back in when it's playing properly. Come on, you can... No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it on camera. This is the other end of the, ledger. Little cluster, some buttons, bit of lace. And then here we have a genuine receipt. That's only from 1971, so that's not that old, actually. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it, how things go kaput on camera. Oh, this envelope. I will just show you this envelope because I haven't seen one like it before. It's obviously an airmail envelope, but it's obviously it's got aeroplanes on it. It's very thin. It's from 1952, but look at the colour of the inside. It's like pinky purpley with aeroplanes all over it, and it's very thin. Kodak paper thingy, instructions, bit more of that songbook, words, etc. Put that way, so because you just know that'll get stuck, don't you, on your paper clip if you have that fuzzy edge sticking out. And another one of those strange, don't know what they are, things. And a paper clip, obviously, and just a little flower for no reason whatsoever. I just liked it. It fell on there and I was like, oh yeah, you can go in. You go in. I'll put you in. So there you go. That's the other side of the ledger. Bit of writing space. Way. Pretty. And then the end of the pianola roll, I've just backed it, made it into a pocket. And in here you have 1925 children's book, picture, child education. That's what it's from. That's what it's called. 1925, that was from. This is, I have no idea. Oh, it's a letter from 1928. National Safety First Association. So there's that in there. And there's also an old cigarette card. Oh no, it's a tea card. Brook Bond tea. A Brook Bond tea card. So that is in there. And that, my lovelies, is signature 1. Bit full incher. Signature 2. Da-da! Would be tied. So let's pretend we're untying her. And there we go. Lovely paper on the inside. I was going to put something there, but then I didn't know what to put there. Old ledger again from 1888. And on the back of there, we have, I just put some lace and a pocket. This is out of an old book. Can't remember how old the book is, but I just made it into journaling space. So that's pocket, but it also flips up and you can write in there, if you can see. But yeah, you can see. So that's that. This one, just a little pocket because I liked this paper, and an old photo of a mountain. I get it looks like Swissy, Swedenish. Oh yeah, it's there. Wherever the heck that is. I'm not even going to attempt to say that. Because I can't even say, you know, normal words. You know, like receipt. I've got no chance of saying that. So this is a collaged page. Another one of my corner clusters. A little pocket. And then in here, I've just got a little booklet that I made. Not out of vintage papers. It's just a little booklet to write in. Oh, you have got something to write in. There you go. That's it. That's your writing space. And then we've got a photo of, I don't know, it's from Laneham, but I don't know who the lady is, obviously. That's tucked in there. And this is from 1902, written in pencil. Obviously some kind of note or message to somebody, not sure. And that's in there. So there we go. Then we've got the belly band we made on camera with the real pressed flowers. And behind there is yet another document, a typed one. And it's from 1904. And oh, look at these cool signatures. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, I don't know where it is. I think it's like a will type thing. This old newspaper again, the newspapers are all 1882. I tried to keep the date in it, and on some of the ephemera, where I've used ephemera, I've tried to write the date in pencil, because you might want to know when the date's from, and I can't always remember anyway. So we've got a lovely corner cluster. I've got a little pocket under there with just a normal Sue tag in there. Then we've got a pocket here with a die cut with another Sue tag, bit of the old newspaper, just a little tiny tag, bit of writing space on the back and a bit of lace, and that's just a little faux ticket. And then down here we've got a little envelope with some teeny tags in, and we've got a pocket here with just some little bits and bats, not vintage, and nor is that vintage. And then this we also made on camera, I think, when we made the pressed flower belly band. So that's in there. Bit more of that crazy book page, with a picture of Bolton Abbey on there in the UK. Beautiful place. Bit of lace. Again, 1882 paper. Just a tag, my tag, and my pocket. That is from an old book. And then this is a crumbly old envelope that was falling to pieces. So I've glued it down, but then I've stuck loads of faux tape everywhere to make it look a bit more vintage, would be the word, so. And then we've got vintage stamps, old stamps. Got a tiny little pocket made out of the same envelope, backed onto some card, and I've just stamped it with a post stamp and background. Little envelope with some more stamps in there. Some more little stamps, just in case you want some more little stamps. Okay, doily. Oh, there's another bit I haven't done, look. That was going to stick on the corner, I think, with a cluster and some other bits. Sorry, it's not finished. A little pocket with a tiny little tag. And in here, I can't actually remember what's in here. Oh yeah, just a little notebook, really, just for writing in. So that's in there in a vellum envelope. And a tag. Stick them together. So much easier to put the oh, I had it that way, didn't I, because of that lace. Sorry, don't really need to do all this on camera, do I? More lace down the edge. Is that a vintage one? I can't remember. No, I don't think it is. This is one of my paper clips. Paperclip, where you have a pocket up there. That's just got a bit of writing space in it. Pocket up there and a pocket on the front, and that is genuine old book page. That is an old genuine edge of an handkerchief, is that. And then this is another one of those letters from the guy in the RAF to his wife. Old caramel paper. I love the colour of the paper. So that's from him, and that is from the same era, I would think, 1953. 1953. So that's in there. This is just a pocket made out of the old book pages. And in here we have another one of those collector stamp from 1955. I think somebody's signed that. And a photo of someone. I don't know who. And that goes in there. And then we've got one of my rusted ring pulls. There's a video on my channel about that, where I've put like little things inside, or I've resin something, or I've put a flower in or whatever. I was going to use them as closures and use a brad at that side so you can move it to get things out of pockets and what have you, but I didn't do that in here. So this is just a paper clip, banner paper clip, which you can write inside, and little bits of ephemera, not genuine, but that's a genuine vintage cigar wrap. And that's that. Now that was supposed to be writing space, but I kind of went a bit mad with my stamping. I got a bit carried away and I'm like, oh yeah, oh, I'll do this, you know, like you do. Doily, not vintage. This is my film reel. 3 tags that were kind of together, but they were cut. So I just decided to make a belly band out of it. But then I also decided to stick things. These are from that, what was it called? Children's Education, 1925 book. Every teacher given a little training can earn money by lecturing and writing. There you go. So there, yeah, it was a children's education book. Lots of flowers, etc. This one is some old dyed linen bedsheet, maybe. I don't know. I didn't dye this. Ali at Crafty Ali Creates sent me that with a lot of other stuff. Don't know if that's vintage, but this is just like clustery pocket page. This is a pocket with the same, oh gosh, my brain's gone dead. Yeah, ledger document that the others were. 1927 were it? And then down there there's a really tiny little envelope, again just with some vintage stamps in there. Really diddy little envelope hidden in there. I made it and I didn't know where to put it, and then I just saw that one glued down and I'm like, oh, put it there, let's put it there. This one, vintage lace. This is a pocket, heart pocket, but it swivels and reveals a little girl in there. Not a genuine photo. This is from April 1893, and I do believe it's just a bit of, oh, I was going to say a bit of blank ledger you could write on, but there is a bit of writing in there. And then there is, I don't know, what is this? Oh, I know what it is. Yeah, it's a little bit of pull out. You could probably put I love you in there. That's about it. You couldn't fit much in there, but it's just a little book. And then in the middle, which wasn't meant to be the middle, but I didn't like the middle, so I took it out, is another pocket that we made on camera, combining printed ephemera, because I didn't just want to put printed ephemera in. I wanted to make it look different and add bits and lace and stuff. This is Baby John. He was born in 1945. It does, because I wrote it on. I've got some of them flaps that I showed you in the other signature, and it's got the date on them, but not every picture has the date on. So that's Baby John. I wonder where Baby John is these days. This is just a little tag that I made in a pocket. This is, I don't know what this is. This is my handmade paper clips with wax seals and vintage photos and bits of lace and stuff. So that is on my channel as well. I'll try to remember to link these stuff because I'm useless at doing stuff like that. Is any of this vintage? No, it's just decorative and just some little bits of ephemera in there to play with. And that clips up there. And then on there, there's nothing. I was thinking of putting some writing space there. This is a butterfly with vellum wings. Flies. It actually flies. It does. It really just takes off sometimes when it's adding off. This is like sparkly tulle with little flowers. I love this little butterfly. Small things, you know. Little things, please, little minds. This is another one of those journal entries from 1924. Those books are so cute. It really broke my heart to tear them up, actually. This has got another one of my resined, that's a real flower, resined under there on the 1882 newspaper. You can tell I'm getting tired, can't you? My head's going. Real vintage lace. This, I don't know if that's vintage or not. I think that was sent to me by someone. Pauline, I'm thinking. This was also sent from Pauline recently. It's beautiful old postcard. And that is so pretty, and it goes on this page so well. I didn't really want to part with it, but I thought I can't not put it there. This is just a tag that I made with a pocket, with another old, I don't even know what this is. It's German, so it's carbonated on the back. So I don't know if it's 1948, but I have no idea what the heck it's for, because I don't read German. And another little tea card. Yep, Brook Bond tea, butterfly in there. And that also goes in there. And then we'll move her over. And the other side of the doily. This page, this is a funny page. It looks like two pockets, but it is just one. Yeah. And all the love hearts coming down the side. And I went a bit mad stamping again. And that is the genuine, well, you can see it's marked all the paper. That is the genuine rusty paper clip, and this is from 1948, and it's just an income tax form. Well, I bet somebody were happy to see that. And that's like another part of it. It's actually gone right through the paper. So yeah, that's from 1948, and that just lives in there. Okie doke. Next page, decorative. But you could add writing space to that, or I could. This is out of 1927 magazine, Woman's Journal, I think it was called. That paper is 1800s, don't know the exact date. Here we've got this, which is upside down because it hasn't been glued in yet, because I think I was going to put it on the edge of the page. I don't know. I clearly haven't finished, have I? That's just a pocket. I just really thought she was so pretty. I'm like, she's got to go in there, hasn't she? So there's the little girl in the pocket, and this is a tuck spot. And we've got another one of them, because I've got lots of them, because I've got a full book full. And that's from 1955. You've got another tea card. Oh, is that a cigarette card? Capstan Woodbines. Yeah, cigarettes. Got to my eyes watering. And that's 1925 advert in there. Whew, I'm out of breath. Another belly band made with the same tags but going a different way. They're cut, so I just put some lace along. I stuck the tags down fully because I didn't want to hinder my little tag going through. And it hinders my tag going through. Seriously, only on camera. Right, that's a bit... I'm so sorry. That's a bit of my embroidery. And a very rusty paper clip holding it on. Oh my days, you've got to laugh, haven't you? Because if you didn't, you know, don't take life so seriously. This is one of my little movable paper clip things, just made with a paper clip, some little pictures and a brad. Simple, really simple. On here we've got some more old stamps, and what do we have in the actual belly band? We've got an old piece of ledger. Don't know when that one's from, and an old book page, because it's just so nice and pretty coloured. I love the colour of them. Really, really do. So that just floats back in the belly band. Oh, don't. It does go in the belly band. and then that clips on there. Dear me, is this a really long video? Because it feels like it. Doily. This is pianola roll, old papers, old book pages, real old stamps, and oh yeah, that was it. So that's a tag on a journal card, but I just stuck some things up there, and that goes in. Me, I love this. I did this page like this because these are like little postcards and post stamps going round, and I needed a tiny little stamp on an envelope, and I just cut one of them off. It looks so cool. I don't know where that envelope is. Maybe that's it there. Yeah, that's it. On a postcard. Oh my goodness. Is this going to work on camera? Okay, so this is a sliding thing. Nope, it's not going to work on camera. So you slide it up, they open, and guess what? You have writing space. And then you move it down, and they open up, and you've got writing space. And then you put it in the middle, and it keeps them all closed. And that's another one of my flippy flappy butterflies. Just a little cluster that we did make on screen. Another bit of my embroidery, which is really not good. Those are the first things that I've ever embroidered in my life. Another old rusty paper clip. And then we've got this bit. Another one of my tiles. Bits of clustery stuff. And then we've got another postcard of Knaresborough. Beautiful little place to visit is Knaresborough. I love Knaresborough. Not too far away from me. Just a tag and a tag. I'm losing the plot now, guys. Really am. And then up here, we've got another teeny, tiny journal space. I mean, what the heck are you going to write on there? Seriously. Hello? And then we've got this page which we did on camera, which I'm not totally convinced that is finished. This is vintage. I feel, I don't know, it needs some. Anyway, we've got a bit more of that old 1893 ledger. Beautiful colour, that. Love that paper. It is so gorgeous. And that's in there. A little pocket. And this is just a doily. I've matted it onto some card to make it a pocket. Got that. Cluster, bits of decoration. Another letter from 1955, I think. It's 55 or 58. Don't know, but it's a letter and it's cool and I like it and it's creamy. Whew. Decorative, that's the back of the ledger paper so you can write on there. And then last but not least, we have the back of the book. It's not a book, well, whatever, shush. She's from that 1920-something magazine. Well, there, 1927 to 28 autumn fashion. That's where I got it from, out of an old advertising mag. That's the old ledger paper from 1927. That is the back of the pianola roll, and that is the longest ever flip through I've ever. I think it might not be because mine was huge. Right, thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry she's imperfect and she's not totally finished off. If anybody would like to purchase that journal, you can email me, and my email is, if you go on Sue's Journal Adventures and click the header, my email's in there. Yeah, I hope you liked that. I love her, actually. She's imperfect, she's not finished, she hasn't got a cover, but I still love her. But I'm on with something else now that's really, you know, it's grabbing me to this desk, which is good because I kind of lost the plot a bit with that. But with this other thing I'm making, I'm wanting to come and sit here because I'm like, get them pages ready, Sue. Get them pages ready. Can't wait to start decorating. So, yeah, hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you so much for putting up with me and all my waffling and me forgetting words and doing extremely long videos that are full of absolutely no content whatsoever. Oh, thank you. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. All the people that take the time to comment and like. Oops, sorry, you see me mess now. That wasn't meant to, you're supposed to do that off camera, so. Yeah, I really appreciate all the people that put up with me and my waffling and craziness and taking a 45-minute video to make one tag. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for putting up with me, guys. Thank you for subscribing. If you do like this video, please do subscribe, like, share, etc, etc. And I'll see you soon with the other journal. Bye for now.